Hey everybody, this is Tim with the University of Vinyl. Thanks for tuning in again today. Today I'm going to go ahead and give everyone a room tour of my main listening room, which is where I am right now. This is where I do my videos, and it's my office slash extra bedroom. But I also have a second setup that I'd like to show everybody that's in the living room. Not quite on the same scale as far as speakers are concerned, but both of the setups are totally vintage, and I thought you might get a kick out of seeing what I'm currently using. So we will go ahead and get started. Thanks. Okay, we're in my listening room slash office, which is a repurposed extra bedroom in our house. It's okay sized, and we'll talk about these speakers. They might be a little bit large for my space in here, but I just love the sound of these, but we'll talk about that in a few. Why don't we start with, well, first of all, how about storage? So you can see I'm kind of out of room right now. It's like condition critical. But that's the ubiquitous IKEA Kallax. It's got the 8 different cubes, and depending on if you're doing gatefolds or single 33 RPM albums, you can fit about 50 per cube. There's a bunch of hacks online that you can play around with these things and dress them up. I actually bought some kind of mid-mod wooden legs for these, so I've got them off the ground, which is kind of nice. But this room is a little bit tight between extra speakers that I can't seem to get rid of, and other areas here. I'm kind of full up, so I'm scratching my head and thinking about what to do next as far as I need some more storage. But let's go look at the actual components now. But yeah, that's the IKEA Kallax. It's a great unit. You can pick these up for, I don't know, I think they're like $85, $100, something like that. I got that at the IKEA in Denver. Okay, so as far as the source in this room, this is my main listening room. This is, we'll show it to you right here, the Sony PS-X70. It's a fully automatic direct drive. This thing was built in 1978. It is just a workhorse, and it just sounds, I don't have any complaints with this. Lift that thing up. That is Sony's kind of the time period. That's a pretty famous tone arm. That is the PUA-7 tone arm. I have a run-of-the-mill Audio Technica cartridge on there right now. My next upgrade, I've already got it in a shopping cart online. I just have to pull the trigger and get it shipped here, is the Nagaoka MP110. I've heard so many good reviews of that and read different reviews. For $150 sounds like a no-brainer. So that's going to be coming very soon. But that is the Sony PS-X70. I originally purchased this about 10 years ago. I had a thought in my mind, hey, I'd kind of like to get back into vinyl, and went ahead and pulled the trigger on this. I actually found this on eBay, and you can go ahead and switch between, it's 2-speed, 45, 33, of course. Love the look of it. I wish it had a little more kind of wood grain, but I'm not going to complain. Does the job. Okay, let's go to this receiver. So this, of course, is the Marantz 2230. Relatively conservative receiver amp, rated at 30 watts per channel, but just drop dead gorgeous. When I picked this up, it had the original wood case, which is the WC22. Anybody who knows these, the wood cases are hard to find. There are people doing, new builds online now. But if you can find an original, they're going for between $200 and $350, $400 just a case alone. But the Marantz is fantastic. I'm so happy with this thing. Kind of a weird story there. This was a Facebook Marketplace pickup, and there was someone desperately in need of cash for plane tickets to Alaska. And I was, happy to oblige and help this person out, and took this off their hands. But I think he kind of knew what he had. So this was not some kind of a steal that you might hear about on these Facebook marketplaces. Like, hey, I just need it gone. Wasn't quite that. Anyway, love this thing. I actually came to find out there's a local guy here that I know who's in the VC, and he actually worked on this receiver and sold it to the guy that I bought it from. So kind of nice to know the lineage on it, and kind of where it came from, and the fact that it's been well taken care of. So super happy about that. Let's take a look at the speakers. I will let you know I don't do any streaming out of the system. I don't have a DAC or a streamer. I've thought about it, but behind me here is my kind of seating and a desk and computer situation. And I run, I can always dip into Spotify on headphones if I need to. I've got a little Bose. You've seen these Bluetooth. I've got a little Bose if I do want to stream anything that way. But haven't really felt the need to, to get a DAC or a streamer for my system. So what you're looking at here are really nice speakers. These are the Boston Acoustics A200s. These came out, these are circa 1982. And really love the walnut veneer on these. Really well done. You can see they're actually quite narrow. So Boston Acoustics designed these things to actually go up almost against a wall. They came on little feet, and they're designed for easy sound disbursement, so you can actually put them up against a wall. I've got them towed in a little bit here, kind of facing my listening area. But these are three ways. They have a 10-inch woofer, 4-inch mid, and then they have the kind of a highly regarded SEAS CS tweeters. But they're amazing. Really nice separation of instruments. Very dynamic speakers. Work really good with this Marantz, and love the look of them as well, with that walnut. And that's kind of like furniture grade veneer. This isn't some cheap stuff, so it's really really nice stuff. I put some I can't remember what the product is. I'll put a link in, but I polish these up along with this wood case every couple months with this stuff, and kind of keep it looking nice. What else can I tell you? So I picked up another Facebook Marketplace find, are the Boston Acoustics A150s. So these were one step down from the A200s. They came out later. They need to be refoamed, but they were in such great shape that I couldn't pass these up. Pick them up for like 75 bucks. And I don't know what I'll do with those. But for now they're there, although that may have to go. I might have to get some kind of a vertical flip bin or something for more record storage. that's my room tour. We're going to now, I'm going to move into the living room because I have a second setup that I have recently configured and put into our, we have an open plan house. So I have a little bit of a smaller situation going on as far as speakers in the living room, but we'll go take a look at that now. Okay, I'm in the living room now. This is my second setup, and it's a little more compact. This is basically what I could get away with in the living room, and this is kind of an open plan house with the kitchen and everything. We'll start with the turntable. This is a Sansui XR-Q7 direct drive. Get a little close up here. I've had this actually only for about 6 months after I decided to set up this system in the living room. This came out in 1983. I'm running a Stanton cartridge on it right now, nothing too fancy. And it's a 2-speed, but it's fully automatic. When I picked this up, it had been reconditioned, but the dust cover was trashed. So I actually lift that up. I actually found someone on eBay in California. I had to mail him the trash dust cover, and he kind of fabricated this. Pretty reasonable price. It was about $75. You know, with shipping is a little bit more, but I was really happy with the way that turned out. And the turntable is great. I think it's actually kind of a rare unit. Haven't seen very many of these things for sale, you know, on eBay, etc. Hi-Fi Karma. Anyway, that's the turntable. This was the second vintage receiver that I picked up, you know, since I've been back into vinyl. And it's the Harman Kardon 730 twin powered. This is a really cool receiver, rated at 40 watts a channel. Love the look of this thing. A little bit different than the Marantz. It's got the green, but you know, this screams 1975. And the sound is amazing, really warm, solid state, analog sound, hard to beat. This thing originally came out in 1976. Twin powered, it's got 2 power transformers in it. So a pretty, you know, pretty powerful little unit. But I love it, and this was my daily driver in the other room until I picked up, found the Marantz. And then what I have as far as speakers are concerned, again, I like these Boston Acoustics. These are the A60s, and they were kind of wrapped in vinyl, but these were in really good shape. Found them on eBay, somebody in Seattle actually. They're just, you know, they're pretty much perfect for this room. And they're, to be honest, that's all I could get away with. I've got this one on a stand, and it's a little bit awkward in here. I've got that closet or cupboard to the right, so I would have liked to have a little more space between the 2 speakers, but the whole thing sounds great. Another view of the A60. Those are a 2-way speaker. They have a 1.5-inch tweeter and an 8-inch woofer in them. And this whole thing just sounds super. Really happy with it.